Hi guys, Arthur here from Homeowner DIY. Guys, this is your quick tip of the week. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to change out the hot and cold stops for this kitchen faucet. These stops are original to the house. They don't quite hold tight anymore. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how to change them out when you have PEX pipe. This is a simple job, but you do need to have crimpers to do it. So what we'll do now is material and tools. Or this is the materials and tools list for this job. So I have 2 quarter turn straight stops. So these don't have the globe handle. It's a ball valve style. These are the modern style. 2 straight stops, 2 half-inch crimp rings. For tools, PEX cutters, half-inch crimpers, a work light, 5/8 wrench, 10-inch Crescent wrench. This is going to be to remove the supply lines from the old stops, and then a pan for water. Guys, this is the materials and tools list for this job. So let's change out these stops. This is the main shutoff for the house. This valve needs to be shut off. Once this valve is shut off, be sure to open a faucet somewhere hot and cold to alleviate the pressure as well. Using a 10-inch Crescent wrench and a 5/8 wrench, loosen off the kitchen supply line that is connected to the stop. You're going to have to back wrench to stop using the 10-inch Crescent wrench while loosening and also tightening the supply lines. Because this kitchen is on the main floor and there is an upper floor, you may have a fair bit of water that drains out. This is why you want to open a faucet somewhere to try to alleviate as much of the pressure as you can. With one stop done, it'll be rinse and repeat for the other. It doesn't matter which stop that you start with, as long as you do them both, you're going to have the same result. I'm going to tighten the supply lines onto the stops before crimping it onto the PEX pipe. It's easier to do it now. Be sure that you're not kinking your supply lines, because you can either have low flow or a loud running faucet. With the one stop tightened on to the supply line, I'm going to crimp it onto the PEX pipe. It is easier to do it now than later on, because you can cross a line. A cross line is when you reverse your hot and your cold. You see the tag on the supply line. It denotes either if it's a hot or a cold. So this is going to help you keep your hot and cold on the correct side. When you crimp your ring, make sure that you're crimping it straight, because you could potentially have a leak. Even if you don't have a leak right away, you can have one down the road if your crimp is crooked. And once again, it'll be a rinse and repeat. So once you tighten on your stop and you've crimped it on, make sure that both stops are in the off position, in case when you turn water on, if you didn't tighten your supply line down enough, it can be leaking in the cabinet. When turning the main water back on, make sure that you crack the valve open just partially and let the system slowly fill up. You want to avoid shocking the system by opening the valve all the way, because you're going to go from no pressure up to domestic very quickly, and this can potentially cause pinhole leaks. Now the stops can be turned on and water run through the faucet. Run water through the faucet until the bubbles subside and you get a nice clean flow of water. Once you have a nice clean flow of water, you can shut off the faucet and then open the water main the rest of the way. To finish opening the valve the rest of the way, make sure that the PRV above the valve is silent so the system is pressurized. Otherwise, that's it for this job. So you now have replaced your stops. Guys, that is your quick tip of the week.